But I think... Are you muted, Amy?
Right, okay, someone else can do the intro. Guys, welcome back! No, it's okay, I've got this. Leaf reading training. I keep forgetting that I turn my sound off for the starts of streams when these guys can hear me and react. This is week 7 of D&D Ancestral Tides. In the middle of a fight, so I hope you guys are all caught up because the VOD didn't happen. My software kept crashing on me and then it ended up being a 3-hour render overnight. And that's going to take way too long to upload to YouTube. For now.
So, where we last left off, we were deep in a tomb, looking for some ancient tome that the other 3 people that you encountered here were looking for, including the man you were sent to, or who you were sent to investigate what had happened to him. And ending on a cliffhanger last time when one of the vaults was cracked open by some magic spell he cast. The mists and vapors lingering around the ground all congealed together and rose up. And did my webcam just turn itself off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, it just did that by itself. I have no idea how.
Good job.
Congealed up into a vaguely humanoid figure of shimmering black mist. And that was where we finished. And then I suggest that we start by rolling for initiative, though. But
Before we do that, can we get a health check?
yeah,
I'm fine.
I am at 14 out of 17 now.
Okay. I'm at 17.
16.
and now I'm finally going to get chat up.
Fine.
I think your internet may be dying, Where, because your voice has gone a little robotic.
Robot. Robot.
I'm Robot DM.
Just as we go live as well, he was fine beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm
It knows.
opening chat, so I think it's chat's fault.
Of course. It would be.
It literally
Well done,
started
chat.
happening
Well
as
done.
I was opening chat,
You killed our DM. Fine.
so I don't have chat open. But if there's any other actions, yeah, look.
I
pages
reckon I'm going to go
unresponsive.
for an Arcana check to see if I can tell what it is.
That sounds like a good idea. Does anybody else want to do that, or
Ooh.
make some other
Oh.
action?
Oh,
That's new.
Whoa.
Hold on, I need to switch. There we go.
Whoa,
Take
Ooh,
this down.
guys,
fancy update.
Yeah. Oh, I need
let's
my
try and
I
rest
failed.
this.
Everyone,
Yes.
yeah, failed. But
Failed, but ooh.
But you are the greatest at failing, Spirit.
I mean, I know even less about magic, so...
I don't have proficiency in Arcana. So.
Huh.
Either of you two want to roll Arcana and see if you can identify.
Cool. Hey, whoa. Does that make up for...
It turns
Yeah.
out Eryn has done this
I
before.
love this. I love this. The double
Scroll up.
zero.
Yeah.
Amy, scroll up a little bit. There we go.
Double one.
Yeah.
And then the...
Yeah, wait, was that literally Amy's last roll? Was
Yes.
the
Yep.
double ones?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Followed by the
And
double
Fluff's.
20s.
You're like Bregor times 2. That's just amazing. Okay, well, that's good. It's good that you rolled this because the other 3 NPCs there had no idea what it was. So
Eryn
both of
and
you,
Wynne have a good idea.
yeah, both of you two realize that this creature is a wraith. So it's a
Right, so I've got this new character planned, guys. You're going to love him.
So it's an evil undead being. And so how do you both know what a wraith is, actually? I think I have some idea how Wynne might know of a wraith. But I'll ask Eryn first. Why do you know what a wraith is? Or where have you seen one? Or have you read about it?
I guess I've heard stories and seen some pretty magical. We have a really magical way.
I've
to
seen
tell-
some pretty magical
tell-
shit, man.
tell stories. So while I haven't seen one personally, I've basically seen like a light show, a magic light show, that involved a wraith. Scared the shit out of me when
Okay.
I was a child.
That's pretty cool.
How
That's
big
better than-
were you when
Gnomes just enslave the undead for light shows for little kids.
I don't know that.
Wasn't a real
I don't know that.
wraith.
It's just one of
What
those
about
half
you,
reds.
Wynne?
So rapist.
Yeah.
I mean, Fluff, Wynne.
Why do you know about wraiths?
Yeah.
Fentry, number 5, she's a wraith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that is entirely self-explanatory and encapsulates everything. Okay, awesome. So the others have no idea about this, so you can communicate this. You can just shout this out, or something, if you want. But everyone should roll for initiative at the very least.
Party? Right,
I wonder if
right,
initiative-
party.
Works now.
Wait, did you make it so we have tokens? No, you didn't.
No, I was just looking that up now.
Do we need
Still
them
doesn't work.
anymore?
You had a full week.
Yeah, can we just...
Shh.
we've got our
Exactly, I had a
names up.
full week
Those
in
are our
no time
tokens.
for you. Yeah, I need to look up how to link them to your thing. All it does is that I just have to type in the initiative. Like, it's not a big deal.
Ew.
You are totally taken aback by the wraith appearing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean,
probably.
I've lost
one
most of
those-
my health. I have no more spells today.
D20 plus 2, I believe. For
Yeah.
Wynne.
Yeah.
Why am I all the way
The creature's
down
still
here?
going.
Oh,
Did we come
Yeah.
in from this door? I'm gonna be back here.
I said you can put yourselves wherever you want it to be.
I was standing next to it. I have to remember when he cast his spell. I was like, ooh.
Okay, I suppose I should just redraw that little box, because it now looks more like this. So, for those of you who don't remember or weren't here, this is an underground vault. So each of these boxes is made of large stone slabs that just, and then this one in the middle is collapsed.
I just realised, if there's
Amy.
a wraith in this one, what the hell are in all the rest?
I don't know.
Let's find
They're,
out.
they're all completely sealed, except
How
that
do
Only
one.
you
That,
6 more wraiths and then a revenant. You're not a rogue. You can't move that fast.
don't also scare. You are banned from telling them any of the stats, feats, and whatever that you took for Celeste. Yes, on our solo campaign, Scare's character is made to be the most overpowered, broken, ridiculous guy ever.
No
And it's
spoilers.
only gonna get worse if I live even longer.
Yeah, but I've read up specifically on movement rate details and stuff, so I know how to deal with it better. But
I
anyway,
think
no, it's fine.
you'll see. You'll see what I do.
Okay, so
Okay.
Wynne, while everyone else is somewhat stunned by the appearance of this amalgamation of mists, you seem to keep your wits about you and go first. What do you do?
She's gonna
Um.
talk to it. That's all she does.
Hello, pleased to meet you.
Would you like a watch?
I don't suppose you've seen a book flying about anywhere around here.
Roll persuade.
Jeez.
Are wraiths
Sure, that's
even smart
diplomacy.
enough?
I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not.
Oh, jeez.
Nah, I won't cheat.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Ooh,
I could have helped with
Can't
an
do
ability
that.
check, but I can't now.
You're probably good you didn't, because a 6 is...
Doesn't someone have inspiration?
Wynne has inspiration. So if you want, you can re-roll that, if you'd like to do better.
Alright,
But you lose
I'll
the
try.
inspiration. But you lose the inspiration, just a warning.
You can only re-roll one thing.
Okay, that's
Until-
fine. I'll just do it.
Exactly.
No. Okay.
I think it was actually meant to just give her, like, advantage, so, like, she would have
Well, yeah,
But getting
but
the
the-
20 was a little
Therefore,
bit
she got the
cheaty.
20 then.
It's a
Oh,
little bit
wait, yeah.
cheaty,
Wait,
though,
is it
if
meant to
you
be-
already know what the advantage roll is.
Oh, does it give you
I don't even
advantage?
know.
Not, oh, that's right. It gives you advantage, not a re-roll. Oh, well.
20.
Either way, regardless, the wraith looks at you, and it appears to maybe seem to consider you or regard you just for just a moment before it turns back to the group in front of it, who have all been taken totally by surprise. And it reaches out with one of its hands, or the mist that dripping off that seems to form what looks like a hand, striking out at Safi in front of you. But Safi manages to dodge to the side, like this.
Spry
Very
old man.
fortunate.
Yeah. He's not old.
I thought he was
He's like middle-aged.
okay.
Said he was older, not old.
Yeah, he's like 30.
Yeah, in medieval times, older was like 30 and 40 was elderly. Tarron.
Oh, fuck, I'm going
Oh, actually... Hang on, sorry. I should say it needs to move, so... It actually
He's going
turns
for
into
stuff.
a vapor and goes through this wall.
So
out
I'm
to
not
the
in line.
side.
Am I in line of sight of it?
You can move, it's in cover a little bit, but if you move to the side 10 feet, these are all 5-foot squares because I drew it correctly this time. So if you move 2
So,
squares to the left,
5 foot,
you'll easily...
10 foot.
That's yeah. And then
Like
you've
that.
still got another 20 feet that you can move if you want. Yeah. So you
Fine,
can move
sweet.
to be literally next to it if you want.
Oh,
You have enough
I'm
movement.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you
cheers.
sure?
I'm
All right.
brilliant, Mr. Wraith.
Okay.
What that noise?
Don't let me tell you how to play a character. Just drop
Exactly.
in a suggestion.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Right.
Okay.
Oh, they changed the spell things. Hang about.
Ooh.
Wait,
Everything's shiny and new.
Is that the right thing? Did I do that right? Apparently, I cast it. It should have. Hang about.
You forgot to do... You need to check the attack roll box.
Alright, so do that. 10 versus. So I roll a 10 versus the AC of the Wraith.
No, you send your ball of acid and it seems to sort of clip through a bit of the mist that sort of just waves and then recongeals back into this creature's body. And who's next? Mulav. Okay, you see him begin to chant a spell, which I was like, I'll pick this spell because I don't need to look it up. You see he throws a bolt of energy out of his hands at it, shining brightly. I need to see if I need to roll for it. See, I should make these guys character sheets. That's actually what I should do. Then I can just click the little buttons. It would be great if I used the tools that we all have available to us
Yeah.
here.
Or you could have
I'm
even
so-
just made them into macros.
That too. Okay, so it makes a spell attack. And this also totally misses it. It scoots through the edge of the creature. Maybe it would have singed it if it wasn't some incorporeal beast, but it smashes into the wall. Where is it? Smashes into the back corner over here, scorching the back wall with flames. And then Cena, who seems to be, although surprised initially, seems to be remarkably unfazed, dodges around through everybody, and pulling out her longsword, takes a swing straight through at this creature.
Yeah, she does.
And then it also just clips. It seems to go through the creature, but clip through it, and again, to seemingly
Fucking
no effect.
ethereals.
Well, it's not that it was like a shot straight through the gut that did nothing, but all these attacks have been winging it in ways that seem like they would have hit, but not quite.
Can I ask, in the stories we were
Yes.
told about wraiths, was anything even vaguely noted about how to defeat them?
You got a 22, didn't you? They are still susceptible to normal methods of. They will still die to the swing of a regular blade like any man, but it's more difficult. They're susceptible to some magics as well, but in general, their form makes it problematic.
Okay.
But it will still work.
Okay. I imagine the
That's
stories
part of
involve
the-
some bit
yeah.
of gnome cunning that
Yeah. Maybe they involved trapping them in a box instead of defeating them.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did they teach you how to call?
Gnomes don't call anyone Spiry. We're independent. Strong, independent,
Yeah.
tiny people.
Yeah, so Sophie, for his turn, he moves back this distance away from the Wraith. Moves back behind you guys. And now it is Eryn's turn. And I mean, he doesn't make a show of trying to look like he's disengaging and taking a tactical retreat. He's more just running to get behind you guys, although not running away.
Doesn't he have magic? Couldn't he have?
He does. He does. Remember, he's a priest of Debilis.
He can't comprehend languages on the Wraith.
Hey, that may save your life one day.
Amy, Eryn,
Yeah,
do it.
I know. Everyone was making noises.
Distracting.
He is always going to make noises. You just have to interrupt him.
That's what humans do, Amy. That's how we communicate.
Okay, I'll talk over the top of the rest of you all the time. That's okay. Can I just use a cantrip?
Yeah.
So does it beat a?
Oh, it has to do a dex save. It's 14, or is it 12?
12.
It's, yeah. Yes, it does. So is it your sacred flame? So the bolt of energy materializes and shoots at this being, which seems to sort of bend its body in an impossible way to avoid the beam of light coming down. Akra?
Been doing the yoga.
Swing my sword at it.
Okay.
I'm no coward. Oh, wait. Oh, they changed this too.
Everything's shiny and new in the future.
Okay.
16.
Yes, you swing your sword at this creature, and you see it strikes true as such, or it would if it was a solid being, and you see bits of darkness come out, stuck all over your sword, dripping to the ground, where they hiss and fizz away. And now we go back up around to Wynne.
Eldritch
What would you like to
Blast.
I love Eldritch Blast.
Oh god, I lost it. There it is. No.
Everyone loves Eldritch
Oh, but-
Blast.
Where's the button? There it is.
Yeah, it all changed.
You need to click the button.
Oh.
You need to tick the thing like I didn't tick it last time.
There's
Yeah.
a little box that says
Uh,
attack or something next
Yeah,
to it.
attack roll.
Attack roll. Okay.
No, you send your Eldritch Blast out, which, yeah, sails over what would be this creature's shoulder, hitting the wall behind it. So I suppose the wall behind this thing has now got a rather colourful display of scorch and acid burns all over it.
The hers is more of like an impact. It's probably cracked as well.
Oh yeah, so this is force damage. So it's just let this dent, like an enormous fist, has just punched into the wall and cracked it.
Alright, I'm going to...
You're not going to do anything because it's not your turn, Tarron.
Oh crap, it's the creature's turn then. It's...
Yes. So it, again, faster than you'd expect for the way it's moved, it reaches out a hand at Cena, trying to seemingly grasp at her chest or something. Ooh, what's her AC? But she deftly takes a step back, and it just barely misses her chest. And now it is Tarron's turn.
Survival. For now.
I just measured it. I take another couple of steps backwards, and...
You can
Your
put your
ass-
character sheet
your
in the
assets-
pop-out window. Sorry.
So where? Oh my god, you can.
Okay, that is worth interrupting anybody. That's fantastic. And yes, your acid splash does strike true this creature in what would be its chest.
Okay. Damage. Where's the damage thing? Oh, crap.
You just if you clicked the damage
Yeah.
box on the thing,
A whole
it doesn't.
a whole two.
Okay, maybe it doesn't quite strike it in what would be its chest, but it strikes it, and you see another couple little flecks of shadow form drip off and disintegrate with a hiss on the floor. Now, Mulav, I'm not even sure. I'm just rolling a dice without checking what he's going to do. Oh, right, yeah, so he again throws another one of these bolts out at this creature, which it deftly ducks, seeming to almost sink into the floor as this energy bolt flies over where its head was, crashing into the wall behind it with a bright sparks and flames shooting out.
God damn it!
And-
Everyone's accuracy is horrible.
Yeah, everyone's doing really not that well.
It was a bit of a surprise.
Oh, wow.
And the pop-out window isn't working for me. Brilliant.
Cena, though, raises her offhand and throws the same bolt at this creature, but being at such close point-blank range, it strikes it true straight in the chest. And does anyone know if you roll a natural 20 on a spell attack, does that count as a crit?
We never
Does it
decided.
damage?
We couldn't find
What-
the
okay.
rule, and we never decided.
Okay, well, let's make it a thing now. If someone casting a spell rolls a natural 20, on a attack of some sort, does it double the damage dice?
Yeah, sure. That's how crits
Okay.
work on
You're
everything
the
else.
DM, you decide.
Yeah. Well, I thought I would... Okay, fine. I'll just play this game by myself, Amy.
I just make the rules by myself.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a collaborative exercise.
Oh, you asked one person.
I asked the group. I said,
Good.
did we decide? So,
No.
let
Didn't
me double
decide.
check. Does anyone know the damage on Guiding Bolt off the top of their head? I think it's 46.
It's really high, yeah.
Yeah, it's absurd. That's why I want to double check there. Yeah. Oops. So, oh wow.
That's
That's
substantial.
quite, that's quite substantial.
Thanks, Cena.
Yeah, it's...
Is it radiant damage too? Are you gonna double it because it's undead?
What's that?
Is it radiant
No,
damage?
it's already been doubled. I don't think we're gonna do that. That's
I
pretty
mean-
ridiculous.
Is someone salty that his Wraith just got hit for 34 damage?
No.
I mean, it could have been 6. Yay. I mean, it probably should stack with a crit if it's radiant.
I don't know. What does everyone else say? I think you guys have a vested interest.
I think it should,
In
because no
person.
matter what,
Well,
a crit means
I should.
double
Well,
damage.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it already critted, but he's saying should it double again. But I think it, because I'll say it has resistance to a lot of different things, but radiant damage is not one of those. So
Does it
I
have a
think that's,
vulnerability to Radiant?
it does not.
No,
So-
then that doesn't double.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and also because it's got a large list of damage resistances, and radiant is specifically not there. So I think that's how they've calibrated it. So it's
Yeah.
still weaker to radiant damage. And I mean,
Well,
okay, 34 is still quite significant.
Yeah, but it's your rule that
But,
radiant
okay,
damage
so
does
that's-
double damage to undead. So it's up to you what this falls under. Is it normal undead that takes radiant damage, or is
Well-
it a special undead that doesn't?
Okay, so but the skeleton. Go back to like skeletons and zombies and stuff.
Oh, but hang on,
That-
have I already said that?
That's
I
how we
Yeah.
house ruled it.
That's
on
how
the
we
other
household it last
skeletons.
week.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. In that case, I guess I should do it. Why can't you guys be undead?
Okay.
No, that's. Yeah, I'm not going to change a precedent I've already made. Like,
Okay.
that's the
before
case.
before you go that way, the skeletons
Yeah.
and zombies and stuff that we fought in the last week, did they have a vulnerability tick on their little character sheet to Radiant?
No,
No
they
one
don't have
dead
all.
do.
No undead.
Yeah,
It's just
undead
like
don't
an
have
undead.
all.
An undead trait is they are vulnerable to Radiant, though. That's
Oops.
how you ruled it that way. Okay.
Yeah, I just decided to say that. But if I said that last week, then I'm not going to change it for this week.
68 damage.
68 damage. I think that's going to be probably our current record holder for most damage in one attack.
Are you gonna do the chance if it outright kills it?
No,
Even if it doesn't?
no, no. I don't have like proper rules for that anyway, because it's a save. It's a save versus death in second edition for that.
Yeah.
So this bolt of light streaks out of Cena's hand, striking this creature straight in the middle of its body before it has a chance to react, sending bits of dark form and mist flying out everywhere, mixed with these intense, brilliant bolts of radiant energy, and it lets out a scream. And as the sort of smoke and sparks clear, you see that this creature is actually still alive in some way. It still has form. It seems to have lost a lot of its matter. There's lots of things dripping off, but it is still intact. And now it's Sophie's turn. I mean, Cena does let out a cheer. She seems quite happy with herself when this thing strikes.
It's like those gnomish light shows.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah, you see, sort of following along the same line, you hear Sophie utter a few words from behind you, Eryn. You're probably the only one close enough. Excuse me.
He's trying to spell that one.
Yeah.
Like what I do when I
That
do
is-
that.
He sneezes out magic. That's how
That
he
is-
casts spells.
Well, that's how everyone has to cast Sacred Flame from now on.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's my common damage.
And he casts a bolt of energy that appears to materialize from nowhere at this creature, which now has recovered its senses enough to shimmy over to one side as this energy strikes the ground where it was hovering.
Can I ask how his is different to mine, since we're bound to different gods?
Yeah, so his seems, I would say it's very like linear. The intensity, it's smaller. It's more like almost like a laser. I mean, it's still physically wider than that, but it seems very focused and intense. And it's a much more. I suppose it's a less. Yours is a very bright, intense white, isn't it? Or what was it?
It's golden.
Yeah, so this one is just a very bright, intense, focused beam of white light
Okay.
that just strikes exactly. But
Okay, but he
on
would
the
have
floor.
muttered the same thing that I heard, right?
yeah, well, he would have said different words most likely. But I mean, you can realize that he was casting basically the equivalent of your spell,
Okay.
even though it might be slightly different.
It's a similar prayer to a different god.
Yeah. But now it is your turn, Eryn.
I'll do the same.
Hooray!
So I need to roll a save, which it passes. So again, the same thing happens, but with a different... describe your bolt of light again. What was it? So it's golden colored, but what else? Would
Yeah,
that-
it's golden. I think many people would refer to it as fairy light. So it kind of
Okay.
twinkles. Oh, whoops.
Okay, that's really...
Sorry. Go
So,
ahead.
I hope chat sees that. Anyway, Amy, that's wonderful. So this creature scoots to the side again, avoiding your similar yet different beam of light, which scorches the ground again next to it. And Akra?
God damn it, why can't this thing just die? I mean, all I really have is a sword. I'm out of spells.
Yeah.
With it!
Yay!
With your sword! There's a sword
Yep.
in your
Red paddock.
hand.
It took a massive 2 damage.
Yeah, no, you strike it again carving more bits of this dead mist from its body. Not enough to completely eviscerate it, but a significant portion. Not a trivial amount. And now, Wynne, we scroll back up to you.
Well, I guess I'm Eldritch Blasting again.
Alright.
Or what else do I have? It's really boring doing the same one all the time.
I think you have Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
you've
let's
only
try
got
that
one
one.
use of Witch Bolt, limited uses of Witch Bolt.
She gets it back after an hour rest.
I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
she's a
You
warlock.
get them back after like an hour or two of resting, so...
No.
No, your bolt just misses this creature again, whose form is, because it's lost so much matter. It's more easy for it to shimmer out of shape and change itself to avoid your things. But I think this is the first time you used your witch bolt. So what does everyone else see when you cast this?
Oh, well, what they see is literally a tiny witch being shot, pointy hat and all, straight at the thing, holding the edges of her hat down, like a shell.
Is she like a long-nosed green witch?
Yeah, classic witch.
And she's got like the purple tights, purple striped tights.
Oh, of course, purple and black stripes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
A different witch every time, so.
Good point.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it's electric. Is it electric based, the spell, or something?
It's literally force lightning.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I imagine is. So then you see this witch fly out, maybe crackling, and then when it hits the wall behind this thing, it explodes into this brilliant explosion of sparks and lightning.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. We don't harm witches here. We're very anti-witch harming.
No,
But they do help out.
Make this episode.
Yeah, no witches were actually harmed. It's all pretend. Okay. So this creature's possibly enraged by this bolt not the witch bolt, the other bolt that Cena had thrown at it.
It won't attack me.
No, it won't. It's going to go for Cena. I'm going to use a different D20 because these ones have been crap so far. It again strikes out with one of its clawed hands, or its seemingly clawed hands, dripping, and she ducks under it, laughing at this creature's attempts to swipe at her. And Tarron, now it's around to you.
Sure.
Actually, I guess the creature would probably move through the wall here, so now it's out of line of sight of Cena and Akra, but you still have line of sight on it.
Damn right I do. Yeah. Where did I put that? There we go. Bam!
Okay, you strike it again, you wing it, burning away some more of its mist form with your acid, but probably doing more damage to the stonework of this vault that it's in.
Webcam.
Nope. Okay, so what? No, I'm here. That's really weird. It's never done that before, but... Yeah, so Mulav tries to throw another one of these bolts of energy that he and Cena have been slinging at this creature. Unfortunately, missing it again and just striking the wall of this vault. Yeah.
So we're basically all terrible except Cena.
Basically. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I mean,
hit
you've
it
all been...
for 4 damage. How much have you hit for?
Probably about
more
the
than
same.
4.
A little more than 4.
You did what, like a 7 and a 5, I think?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
did you do it for
doesn't it have resistance to melee, I think?
Yeah,
Really?
it takes half damage.
So
It might.
I mean,
I'm just
it's
saying.
more than 4, but not much.
Okay, so Cena deftly steps around you, Akra, to find this creature in the vault and swings at it with her longsword, rolling a natural 1
Oh,
and totally missing this creature.
oh right, we're not doing. Fun
Oh wait,
things.
not. Oh
Or-
wait, I said. Oh wait, no, I said Cena, but I meant. Oh wait, no, Cena was next in the order.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not.
Mulav,
I'm
Xena,
only.
Safi.
I'm only gonna do crit fails if you roll a 1 on your save against the crit fail. That's just easier, I think.
So you're
and much more
doing
useful.
saves too for them?
No, so I'm just saying. So if you roll a 1, just roll it. If you roll a 1 on an attack roll, roll a d20. If that's a 2 or better, it's just a miss. But if it's a 1, then something hilarious and bad will happen.
You just ticked all the boxes, didn't you?
No, I was just seeing because there's like certain effects my spells do, so I want to see if I can press a button and have them pop up.
You can, but you have to fill it all out
Yeah,
first.
I know. I was just seeing what information is shown.
Actually, how far is that? Oh no, Sophie can do it. Okay, so Sophie moves around to here, and again, you all see this bolt of thin white light appear, streaking into the vault. And I suppose Cena and Tarron are the only ones that can see that it actually strikes this creature. That Sophie
Shot!
casts. And yeah, and just as a curiosity, he's just done more damage to the wraith than you have, Tarron. I just thought you'd like to know.
So you're saying that 4 clerics, and a paladin have done more damage to an undead creature than a sorcerer.
I'm saying that specific guy.
I don't even have spells left.
Yeah, he's basically just a fighter now.
I'm not even a very good fighter.
Good fighter, yeah, weak fighter for that.
Eryn,
Get all my
it is
crazy
your
stuff later.
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn. So you can't see the creature from where you are, but you could move down to around here or somewhere.
Do I
be able to
need
see it.
to see it to cast?
I think you'll have disadvantage if you're guessing where it is.
Okay, how high is this rubble here? Can I move like behind it?
If you move behind it, you won't be able to see the creature.
So
you
I
could
can't
move
get to
like. You can. What's your move speed? 'Cause
25.
that's 20 and 15. So you could get to like here. Oh, wait, wrong tool. You get to like here-ish.
Okay, so I have to move in front if I want
Or
to be
you-
able to attack it.
Yeah, because you won't be able to see over that rubble.
Okay, I'll move in front then, wherever I can get closer to Sophie and Tarron.
Okay, let's see how far that is. So that's 5 feet plus. What did you say your move speed was? 20?
25.
25. So you can move one more square down. So like here,
Okay, that looks good.
and you could. And are you going to cast Guiding Bolt?
No, Sacred Flame, please.
That's the one I meant. Okay. The creature fails its save.
Finally! I'm saving my...
Oh, well.
Never mind.
It's a D8, I
Okay,
think.
let's see how this thing goes. Cast spell.
No.
Oh. That's 2.
Takes
Did
2 damage. Takes 2 damage.
That's 2
It's the same
damage.
as your acid.
We are incredible.
I've done
Yeah.
that twice though, Amy. So you've got to catch up.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
So yes.
Never mind.
Yeah, you strike this creature with your bolt, but there's so little left of it that it doesn't seem to affect it that badly. Although, yeah, this creature is barely a form of mist that's holding together at all. And Akra, it's your turn.
We're really bad at this. Flank it around.
Stop sighing.
Stab
Flanking.
at. Maybe 15.
Yep. An 8. Yes. So you step around, and while this creature is distracted with Cena, you strike it true with your sword straight through what remains of its misting form, which seems to then finally lose the fundamental bonds holding it together, and with a cry, it falls apart, dissipating into a hissing
You asshole.
bits of mist. It says that in a language that
only Wynne understands because she understands all languages.
she can read all languages. I mean, even if you don't speak its language, you're sure that whatever it's voicing is probably some sort of displeasure at being destroyed. That's a good assumption.
Oh,
Yeah, so this creature falls to the ground. Its bits bits of mist twitching and roiling as it boils away into nothingness.
So because I got the last hit, I get all the loot, right?
Yeah, and you get all the XP. Yeah, and you get all the gold.
I mean, XP is
you last hit
within a radius.
Oh, that's
I get all the
true.
gold.
Yeah.
How big is this radius? Please be 30 feet.
I mean, it's even more than that. Might be like yards.
Hey, I did damage to it.
No, I think you get XP based upon how much damage you did to it. That's your percentage. So
it is based in radius too.
That's silly.
Otherwise, supports would get like no XP in lane.
No, I stopped talking about Dota. I just mean I think it's just you get XP based on the amount of percent damage you did. I think that's a fair way to do it.
Or you could just give it to the party so we're all level up the same and don't separate from each other and become awkward.
Well, you've already got different amounts of XP.
No, because I didn't kill
You
that
gave
dude.
She didn't kill him.
I gave you the XP for it because you don't have to kill. You don't get XP for killing creatures. You get it for defeating them.
Okay, but I watched back over that, and you said I don't get it because I didn't kill it. And I was like, I should have let it die.
I think I said that as a joke.
There was nothing else.
He said it, and
Yeah.
then we changed it later on. In the
I didn't
next
hear the
part.
changing later on.
I don't think that's okay. If I said that seriously, that's really weird because that's always been a thing. Like you get XP for defeating enemies, not for killing them.
Oh,
Because I remember
that's all I heard.
last time I gave you
whole
XP, I specifically remembered saying though you get 10 extra XP. I remember that because everyone else got like
you told me.
everyone else got 50.
And then we were double checking that everyone had got their XP, and I'm like, oh, but I got slightly more because I took out this guy, and you're like, wait, he didn't die, so you didn't get it. I was like, what?
Are you sure?
Yes, I just watched the freaking fight.
I'm sure if I said that it was meant as a joke.
Okay, maybe you cut out technically when you were correcting
Maybe,
the
okay.
fact that it was a joke, and I believe
Whatever. You have 10 more XP than everyone else.
Yay!
And that's actually good. I don't think I gave Fluff XP for the thing in the bar, and I need to do that as well, so I'll do that at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Retroactively.
So what's
Fluff.
in this room?
Okay, so looking around in here, you see a stone tomb in there. And there's a few other things around. There's rusted old weapons and armor and the like. And some decayed books. And these ones though have sort of decayed into the point where you wouldn't even be able to open them. Like everything in this room is clearly not fared well over the years.
I'm like, well, Wynne can find someone who will buy it.
You know, it's
Okay.
funny you should say that.
Yeah, she knows the guy. He knows the guy.
I know a guy who likes to buy the dust from books.
So I look at them and I'm just like, so are there going to be one of these in every single one of these rooms we open now? I just look at Sophie and say that.
Hey. Yeah, I'm making an intelligence check as well.
Woohoo.
Off the top of my head, would I know if these beings are magic?
They're quite clearly magical.
I know, but like, I don't know. Are they a wraith is just an undead thing, or is it actually?
Well, it has the ability to eat the life of those that it attacks. That you know that much.
This is why Scare was incredibly happy that he wasn't attacking him.
Yeah. Well, you realize
Because
though,
I had
Akra, as you
already
say-
lost stuff.
Yeah. Akra, that as you say this, and Sophie sort of is shrugging. That he's standing literally next to the ruined remains of another vault, so you could possibly pick through the remains of that and see if, based off that, maybe that there's some similarity between them.
Pick through the ruins, just uncover another wraith. It immediately just grabs my face and pulls it off.
No, I mean, so
Anyway,
is that what you want to do?
I mean,
Or
I'll ask them. I'd be like, did you guys already look through these ruins of this one? See if it was in
let's
there?
say, well, you got Cena says you guys got here just as Sophie broke the lock on these. They're all magically held in some way.
Did you open just on this one, or did you open them all with that spell?
No, just this one, Sophie says. And I can't open any more today.
I'm like, well,
But,
let's look through this pile of
But yes,
debris and see if anything's in there.
Yeah, I assume you said basically what I said. And he says, well, that's a good idea. At least it'll give us some idea of what was kept in here.
Could I go and
so-
inspect the wall? Like how thick it was stone, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite thick. It's probably maybe 2 feet thick.
Okay.
It's really solid. I mean, because these things look like they were built to house like important things, so they're made to be strong.
Okay, the thing that they destroyed, that was a wall, wasn't it? Like it's all surrounded by stone?
No, it was like 2 ornate sort of, I suppose you got a glimpse of it before they did it. It was sort of like ornate stone slabs, almost, that look sort of like doors. Like, it looked like the thing is a box of solid stone, and then the doorway was sealed with 2 large slabs that had been put there, and then were apparently magically held in place.
Okay, can I pick through those ruins as well and see how thick they were?
Of the middle one.
Yeah, of the door. Whichever sections of door I can
Oh,
see, the
the
stone
door.
slabs.
Yeah, the door seems to have been about the same thickness.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and yeah, Akra, if you're looking through this stuff here, oops, no, the wraith can go away because it's dead. Picking through that there, you see that particular thing contains sets of rusted old plate mail armor in various forms. So it seems that this particular box housed a significant amount of armor. The one you looked through had a couple of sets, but
How rusted?
I knew this was
rusted enough that it's not even. You couldn't even melt it down to use the scrap iron, really.
Oh.
Prestidigitation.
And I was just about to say prestidigitation. This
Repairs.
is
You need mending. If she
Yeah.
has mending on all of the plate mail.
I think
you
I'm
do that
pointing
every
at
day
the
for
person
a
who
year.
have mending. That one up there.
I mean, remember this is literally hundreds of years old, and there's a fen above you, so it's not exactly dry in here either.
I think mending also has like a cap on the GP value it can repair.
I'm pretty sure, and if it doesn't, I mean, besides
It
these
now
things,
does, at least.
these things can't really be mended as such, because even with like incredibly good magic, you couldn't mend these. You'd just have to remake it.
It's actually
Okay, if you used a wish spell, it would restore it to pristine.
wish, eh?
I see the gleam in his eyes, and he's like poking through it, and I kind of just walk up and poke at them, and I'm like, pfft, rubbish. Can't be saved.
Yeah, mending only repairs a single break or tear, so like
Rust.
there's a lot of it.
Yeah, but it's one whole.
I said, if you do it every day for a year, then it might work.
Even if I return this to my order in the city, it would take months
Yeah.
to be of any use. They could probably craft you a new set within that time.
You know,
Yes,
I know a
but
guy.
plate mail is quite outside my budget range.
Ah, yes.
Anyway, I mean, if there's like obviously nothing we can do, I just like set up in the corner to nap.
Yeah, everyone decides that it would be a good idea to take a breather.
Have a nice 8-hour sleep in the middle of a tomb.
In the middle of a damp,
We've-
cold tomb.
We have tons
I mean,
of people. We can take
yeah,
one.
it's
fine.
not like wet. I mean, it is a little bit damp. Like,
Damn,
you know.
it's very humid, I presume.
Wait, wasn't there like a fireplace upstairs where they were staying?
They were outside of the tomb. They were in the actual castle
Yeah,
above ground.
I mean,
Yeah, they.
it's
have
not like the
fire.
undead are gonna come back.
How thick did you
Yeah,
say the stone
I guess
walls were of each cairn or tomb? Ugh. God damn it! Where? Let's talk. Let's talk while he's trying to distract him and stuff.
He's muted.
Yeah, he's talking to somebody.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate that. He looks
Yeah.
up like that when
Did
he's
you hear him do
sleeping.
this and go?
He's like, no, I'm back, guys.
And he's back. So how thick do you say these stone walls were of the cairns?
Like 2 feet.
Is that what you asked, Amy? Detect magic.
Wait, sorry, what was that about detect magic? I didn't hear that part.
Detect magic's got a 1 foot block of stone.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Did not plan that. No, I didn't.
For today. That's why I was asking.
It's a shame it's not useful.
In this case.
Oh well.
Yeah, all the detect things seem to be blocked
So,
by one
I'm
stone.
like, let's head back up where there's a fire and it's dry, and we'll just sleep off these wounds. And I'll point to my weird withered arm.
Actually, he says, "Let me see that," and takes a look at it. He offers to cast a spell on you to try and heal it.
I let him try.
Okay. Cure wounds is D8 per level, right?
Yes.
And he's gonna use it as
Level 10.
And is it plus your modifier as well?
Yeah, plus your whatever.
Okay, you get 12 HP back.
But
the wound does not seem to be dispelled by this.
So it doesn't cure my lost HP?
No, it goes up to whatever your current thing is.
Woohoo, I get 3 of that.
You get what?
I get 3 of it, then.
Oh.
3 of the
Okay. He says, I'm not really familiar with these types of wounds or these dealings, but
Eldritch Blast.
says,
really
I
want
don't
Fluff's character sheet.
think Eldritch Blast would help.
If we cut off your arm, you won't be cursed anymore.
Yeah. Work, right?
Does Fluff not have a character sheet on the characters list?
No, she does.
Is she under Rin? That's how
Should be at the bottom.
No.
Wynne. Not Ren, Wynne.
Yeah, that's
I
the thing
mean-
I've got.
It should only be her. You shouldn't be
Wait,
able
how did
to
you
see
how did you
hers.
guys know that Rin was in one of these other tombs? You shouldn't have seen that yet.
I can see Akra, Amy Wynne, Arctus.
Oh, and when I say she's in the tomb,
Oh.
she's not dead. She's just hanging out.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, of course.
I think you shouldn't be able to see.
Trying to clean up.
I think what happened was I accidentally put ours as visible to everyone, and I didn't do that with.
No,
Fluff.
I can only see Akra's bio and info, which is empty, and Eryn's bio and info, which is empty.
Okay.
I wanted to see what Fluff's spell list was, so because she seems to only Eldritch Blast thing suddenly.
Hey, I witch bolted.
Sorry. Another question
Sorry.
about race things. Would I know anything with stories or whatever? Have covered anything about their life drain things? Any ideas how to cure it?
How to cure it?
Need an impulse.
Probably, I'd say not with. I mean, 22 is pretty good, but not enough to know how to cure these things.
Okay, so I guess it was just another gnome did gnome thing, and I couldn't possibly replicate it.
Yeah, you're not too sure because what you've heard about them has been through stories, so those don't often have hard facts and stuff behind them. There's a lot of artistic license that goes into them, but so you know the basic details about wraiths, and you know about their that it said that they eat the life of their victims and that, but you're not quite sure how to reverse this process.
Okay, interesting.
So you all trot back up the stairs and sit around at a campfire at the top of the castle keep.
Sort out
What?
watches of some sort.
Yeah, what time was it when you guys went down? It was day when you arrived, but what time of day was it?
I think it was afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't early on in the day.
Yeah,
But
so
it
it's
wasn't
probably, so it's
evening yet
probably
either.
yeah, so it's probably late afternoon now, I think. Oh, and I just actually found out why Spirit got his sash. Well done.
Generally, I did say.
He did.
I didn't actually hear the reason behind it. I meant to ask.
He literally told you.
Of course, and I just didn't pay attention. Okay, so yeah, so you trudge back up out of the keep. So you're in if you don't remember, it's a 2-story relatively squat stone structure. Upstairs, one of the walls one of the corners has fallen out and down, but that's where they've got their campfire on a side, protected from any wind and rain that would come through. And so I guess you guys are probably going to hang out for a couple of hours and then probably go to bed. So it'll probably be, you've probably got like 10 hours until the next dawn approaches.
Have we sealed the entrance? Sorry?
You can if you want.
I would like to suggest that we seal the entrance.
Sealed. Arf, 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 arf.
I'm not
We
in-
have that
Okay,
sealed portal spell. Which I think requires a door, which it doesn't have.
No,
We
because
could
it just
maybe-
crumbles.
No,
We could cling
it was
film it.
it was a sealed portal, and then it was open. Now it's just a hole with rubble.
They'll bounce off if they come because they won't see it.
Yeah, they'll see they'll
Doing.
be like, walk forward, and then the cling film will just get, and then they won't be able to get it off because it'll stick to them and be all static, and it'll be like, perfect. No?
Maybe not. Maybe
Do you
not
guys have
this
any cling
time.
film?
Actually, let's invent cling film first, and then we can do it.
It's a minor miracle. It clings.
We still haven't quite got the camera down.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah. You're
You
right.
have a string of half-made inventions or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna look around the
They
area
were,
and try
but
to
only for 10 seconds.
see if there's anything we can use to block the door.
There's rocks and trees and the like that, you guys can collect together and use to block up the doorway. I mean, it won't stand up to a serious onslaught by some sort of creatures wanting to knock it over, but you'll definitely hear it coming if it happens.
Okay. I asked the group if we can do that, and I guess whoever helps me helps me. And if no one does,
Yeah,
then...
I can-
Yeah. Someone will help you, even if none of these party members will.
Cool.
I'm gonna.
I mean,
to help.
I guess I'm at full health except for the health that I lost. Forever.
You're at
apparently.
100% health. There you go.
Yeah.
And this guy's just sitting there like,
I'm at 100% of my 75%. Not even that.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so what are you guys gonna do? Because I mean, you guys just sit around talking for a bit. You get your watches sorted out.
I mean, like,
Do you guys talk about any of the stuff you saw? Yeah, that they weren't there for.
Yeah, I'd mentioned that to them.
Mm.
I assume at
Okay.
some point they're like, what the heck happened to your arm?
yeah. Well, I was there,
Yeah.
wasn't I?
Well, the other three NPCs.
The other three weren't.
I'm trying to remember the events of last week because rewind in the brain. Where
You guys,
split,
it
we
was,
split the party.
yeah,
Wynne found a library and
Yeah.
started gathering books, but came across a skeleton. She hit it with an Eldritch Blast and ran away. We went up the top and we found this
Bathroom.
creature. I can't remember. What was
right.
it?
Was a skeleton
white?
I didn't actually-
zombie humanoid.
it was. You guys didn't actually know what it was exactly.
It was a
Some
zombieton.
variety
It
of
was a zombileton.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Probably a white, wasn't it?
Okay, I am attempting to sell my exclusive range of books to the people we've met.
Okay. So what do you tell them about the books? Because you've got a book on potatoes and a couple of books on history of some sort, don't you?
I tell them that this is a very rare collection, and you won't find it anywhere else. It used to be like 100 gold for this, but for today only, and because they're valued customers, they can have it for 20 gold.
I'm looking at the book while you hand them like.
No,
Can
it's
anyone
not
actually
a book.
read-
It is a set of books.
Yeah, can anyone actually read those though, Wynne?
I'm going full JML on their arse, okay?
What language? I think I said. I think I said they were written in common, didn't I? I think they were.
Are they?
No,
Think
no, I
so.
don't think they were. I think it was, well, or at least it was some sort of older version, archaic version, if it was.
Yeah. Roll persuade and see what they say.
Okay. To find my persuade now. It's here. It's here. There.
Bam, nailed it.
They want those books.
Yes.
Oh my god, they want those books.
So
100% JML.
as you're explaining it, yeah, Murlov, he's not saying much, but he's generally been pretty quiet, so that's not that strange. And Cena just sort of grunts. But Sophie seems quite interested in the books and just looking over and says, he's talking about, like these are, actually very old. It's always good to get a different perspective on history from a different source from different times. A lot of our texts on these things are more modern. And so he says, I don't have anything on me to take them, but when we get back to the city, if you want to take them to my temple, we'll absolutely love to take these and add them to our vast collection, for sure, absolutely, certainly.
Oh, wait, I'm just getting it through. 19 gold! 19 gold for you now.
Yeah. So
We need to
he
invent
sort of looks a
television.
bit, looks a little perplexed. Says, I think 19 gold for the books is certainly a fair price, and would be happy to pay for that. But and then he starts asking. He says, so you found these in a library, and he asks you where the library was and what else you saw in there. He says, this book we're looking for may be kept in the library there. If there was a skeleton that interrupted you, might not have got a complete look through, so it might be worth looking for the book there before going back to the tombs and using our magics on the vaults.
Okay, yeah. I tell them where the library was.
Okay. You have told them where the library was. Excellent. Okay, so let me see. Cena offers to take a watch. So you'll need. So the more watches, the better, I guess. Seeing as you've got such a long amount of time and people would go to bed early, you can take a 2-hour watch and still get 8 hours of sleep for the spellcasters.
Nice.
So do any of you guys want to?
Yeah. Also, before we
Yep.
go to sleep, can I
Yep.
discuss with Wynne the thing I heard?
Oh,
yes.
yeah, that.
Winnie,
Amy remembered to make a note.
I know you're very good at talking to lots of people. I think you must have learned a lot in your travels. When we defeated this, I'm going to call it a husk after playing Mass Effect. It looked like a husk. After we
Kind
defeated
of.
this husk that damaged Akra so terribly, he said something. Now I don't know what it was, but if I can remember how it sounded. So if I say it, maybe you'll know. Okay?
Make you rolled a natural 20 to memorize it, so you'll definitely get the content across. But make a perform check to see how well you do.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure perform is a skill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, performance,
charisma based.
Can't I base it off my hotness? No, it's fine. Oh, can I wait? Can I cast guidance first?
Sure. What does that do?
I can roll a wait. Where'd it go? I roll a die and then I add that to any ability check. I've got to remember to start using it.
Okay.
Is it a cantrip?
Oh, a
yeah?
D4.
Yeah, it's a D4.
It's going to be super helpful.
Well, I mean, a 5 puts it into, another category of DC failure. So you did actually do better because of that.
Yay.
So, Wynne, what she ends up saying is quite possibly the worst thing you've ever heard in your life. It's in some bizarre, strange, ancient version of some mixture of common and undercommon from some ancient time. That not only is Eryn absolutely murdering the pronunciation of everything in the most horrendously offensive way, but also what she's starting to say is a horrific insult that doesn't really have a proper analog in the current version of the common tongue. So it is in so many different ways the most insulting thing you've ever heard in your life. But then at the end she says something about that the true master's crypt will something like remain untouched or will remain or endure or something. It's like the words in their language were it's a little bit hard to find analogs in this language. But something about the true master and remaining pure and untouched in his crypt.
Okay, well, at first I'm sort of vaguely horrified at being referred to as Wynne, but obviously, because it's Eryn, for some reason, I put up with it. I can't help myself. And then I hear this horrific stuff coming out of her mouth, and at the end of it, I just burst out laughing. The most raucous laughter you've heard. Because this has come from this little cute person who's filled with
Super
goodness and
high-pitched.
kindness.
Did that sound right?
You're saying
Then she stares at you with like these little puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
you're saying this husk, as it died, told the best joke of all time.
Not the best one. Because if it was, then Wynne would have died laughing.
Yeah, it's one of those laughs that I can barely breathe. I'm having to steady myself on things.
So tell the joke.
Did I say it right? Wynne?
I'm just like waving at people. Just a minute. Right. Right, eventually I get a hold of myself and I tell them, I say, there's something about a true master, it's resting or something.
Ah.
True master. Hilarious. I raise a
Tarron just
scaly
gives me a
eyebrow
look.
at you.
Yeah.
Taryn, I'm not sure. I think we might not get Wynne's sense of humour sometimes. But maybe we should laugh.
And I assume like the other four of us are just staring at them like, what the hell?
Yeah. You're probably making the face you're making because I think your webcam froze because it looked really funny because you look like serious right now and everyone else is laughing. Like, really, guys?
Oh my god, they're doing it again.